Yeah, what's going on, class? So, for this video discussion, the one I looked at all the ones that Mr. King provided to us and the directions we could take this video. And the one I wanted to hit on most, I think, was mentorship. Now, I think when you think about mentorship, at least from a business standpoint, it's important to have someone there who you can kind of set your sights on and kind of follow their tracks a little bit to really solidify yourself and really get a really good understanding of the environment you're in, the type of work or challenges that you're going to be faced with. Because traditionally, your mentor will have already experienced all of those things and can tell you, if you feel this way at this time, that's normal. If you don't send these documents to that person, you send them to that person because X, Y, Z. It just makes everything millions of times easier. Yeah, I guess in that transition phase. But in life, a mentor is a lot of the same things, but I would argue it is a lot more than being a mentor in a business program, because having a mentor in business is kind of set around the business. I could be wrong. I'm not going to speak for every single situation or scenario, but traditionally, your mentor in the business world will help you will mentor you in the business world. Not to say that they can't give you great life advice, but in the scope of what we're talking about, I'm just going to kind of set that off to the side. But in life, I would say for a lot of you who have siblings like I do, I would consider my older brother. He's the oldest of four of us. So I'm the second oldest, and I would say my older brother is my biggest mentor, far and away. And this will apply to the business world too. It'd be a little bit unfortunate in the business world, but when like in a situation like my big brother, and I would assume with most of your older siblings, I'd say like almost half the things you learn from observing your older sibling is what not to do. Because them being the first sibling, they'll run through all the mistakes before anyone else, obviously. But no, it's pretty cool. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. It's just like in life, with my big brother, it's half the time I'm learning what not to do from him, but the other half of the time I'm learning, especially as we got older, I learned a lot about my older brother, because when you're younger and you're all under the age of 18, everyone's just kind of a prick to each other. Me and my brother did not get along for a long time. Not like, in like a super bad way. We just argued and fought a lot, like normal sibling stuff. But like now, my older brother and my younger brother are my best friends in the entire world, not even close. I would literally fall on a grenade for either of those two. And I know they do the same for me. And I just like that mentor bond, I would say, is probably stronger than that of like in a business world. But that's just because your business, and then you have your life mentors. So that distinction isn't very cloudy, I don't think. I just want to make that clear. But my other brother, like, I learned how I would watch him interact with others, like when we were younger, especially when we went like on trips or anything. If I ever caught him talking with adults, like, a lot of times, I feel like people would ask, why wouldn't you think that your father would be your mentor? And most definitely it could be, for sure. I'm assuming in lots of people's lives, their fathers could be their mentor, but I would consider my older brother my mentor. Like, I don't know, can be a bastard sometimes, and he's his own person, and, I want to be me, but, in the sense of how, how an apprentice looks to his master, or to his mentor. Like, I want to be just like him when I get older. I want to be just like him. He's the coolest, best dude I've ever met. It's powerful, the mentorship bond. But yeah, no, I've rambled long enough. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.